Hey Marquis, how's it going? Oh my gosh, Kurlob. Hey man, how's it going? Hey, let's get started. Alright. Hey guys, how's it going? Kurlob, yeah, it's been a while, man. How are you doing? Let me know if the sound is okay and everything. In the meantime, here's the animation that we're working on. It's a plumbing commercial that I got commissioned to work on. So here's what we have so far. So yeah, that's our commercial so far. Hey Stas Gameplay, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. So I'm just going to be working on this pose here, where she moves from here to here. Should be pretty fun. And after that, I think it should be done. This is the only thing I have planned for today. Oops, what happened? That was weird. Hey Reese, how's it going? So she needs her sleeve right here, which we forgot. So let's fill that in, like so. Hey Alan, thank you man. Nelly Gaming, how's it going? My weekend was great, Reese. It's actually technically a holiday today, so I'm just gonna do a half day of work and you can call it a day. It's Memorial Day here in the States. So I got my America socks on. I'm gonna do some barbecuing later. It's kind of how we celebrate it. Nelly Gaming, yeah. So I tried using this program to see YouTube chat too, but it seems to not work, so I just have two windows. What the heck is going on? It's so weird. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. So we're doing an in-between between this pose and this pose. So let's make a new frame. And we'll move her head down. So this will be kind of like her anticipation. Oh, we missed you too, Kurlab. Yeah, Nelly Gaming. This is actually a commercial that I got paid to work on. Let's see, let's change our color card. So I usually like to change the color card to like a desaturated turquoise. Just because it's a nice neutral kind of color. Like that. And we'll turn off our background. So that way we can see like all the white and stuff that we have filled in. So right now I don't want the white on my character. So I'm going to use the select all color tool to select all the white and press delete. And it deletes it in one quick sweep. So it makes it pretty easy. Magyar, there's a lot to learn in this program, but I think once you learn the basics of Toon Boom, it's not that bad. I've even heard people say it's easier to learn than Flash, which I don't know if I agree with. I think I would have an easier time learning Flash if I had to learn it all over again versus Toon Boom. But I like that it has a lot of features to it. There's definitely better tools in Toon Boom than there are in Flash. Oh, thanks, Daz Gameplay. And Minecraft Maker. Appreciate it, guys. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream. Always happy to answer questions if you guys have any questions. If not, I'm just gonna be working away on this guy. Or girl, rather. So this is the in-between drawing, so we don't need her body. We just want to copy the head moving down. Maybe rotate forward a little bit. And we'll have her kind of close her eyes. Maybe not all the way. So this is kind of how I work. I'll take my already drawn artwork and kind of move it around. I don't really worry about keeping it clean. Like, I actually do it kind of messy on purpose. Because I'm going to trace over it again. And that gives it kind of a hand-drawn quality to it. Hey Darius, it's your boy. It's your boy. How's it going, man? Oh man, so many people in the chat. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Hey, Hot Weenie. I like that emote. Hey, yo. Yo. I'm doing well, man. How are you guys doing? So, let me erase her mouth. Because her mouth will be transitioning. Nelly Gaming, I actually prefer frame-by-frame animation. More fun for me. Tweening, like puppet animation, is actually really hard to do. It's easy to learn, but very difficult to be good at it. My friend Andrew Keppel is amazing at it. He's one of the best puppet animators I've ever seen. And he also does frame-by-frame animation. The guy's a beast. Hey, Wild Pikachu and Mashin, how's it going, guys? And Harrycopter, hey guys. Thanks for joining the Twitch stream. So here, her mouth will be transitioning. Mr. Noid, if you Google Toon Boom Harmony, you can find their website. Magyar, how much time do you need for a 5-minute animation? Probably about 5 months. It depends on the style of animation, too. If it's just like cheap, tweeny kind of animation, you could probably do it in like 5 weeks. Oh, fuck, Mashin, you got your arm and leg broken? What the hell happened, man? Shit, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, dude. I hope you're okay. Hey, Artsy Robo, good to see ya. Would you say he's a master of puppets? But don't. So let's see. So since her head's going down, her ear would probably move up. So like I was saying, I keep it kind of rough and I just kind of move parts around as I need them. And then I'll go over into a new frame and I'll retrace this. So I don't really worry about it looking sloppy. You know, I kind of just get the rough idea going. So her hands are up like this, and then I transfer to that. So, hey Bankeron, thanks man, I'm glad they were helpful to you. Toon Boom's one of my favorite programs. 5 weeks, OMG. That's actually really short for 5 minutes of animation. That's insanely short. Animation takes a long time, to put it loosely. Dude, right? Hey, actual Kevin. Yeah, it's really cool to see Adam Phillips on Twitch. I love seeing animators on Twitch. And he's definitely one of the best. So it's cool to see him for sure. So let's see. Probably have her hands going down like that. Yeah, if you guys don't follow Adam Phillips on Twitch, definitely give that guy a follow. If you want to see a master animator. He's currently working on his own short, which is really cool to see. A wet floor and a drunk mesh, and oh man, rip. I'm sorry, dude. That really sucks. Well, I'm glad to hear you didn't owe, like, drug money or something. And then we'd have to talk about it. That's crazy, though, dude. Have I ever done chibi animation? I don't know. I mean, I guess my style's kinda chibi? I don't know how I'd describe it. But I'm not very good at drawing anime. I really admire the people that can do it well. I kinda just draw my own crappy cartoons. Let's see, that arm is way too far out. Maybe we could put her hand over here. I will definitely do more videos on Toon Boom. Just because there's a lot to go over. I actually have a list of all the videos that I want to do. And backgrounds is definitely one of them. Nah, MC Sword Games, you're cool. Mashin, there was a pool and I jumped in with all my clothes on, including shoes, because why not, and the floor was wet and it was night and I was drunk. Dang, man. It's one of the worst ways to break your bones. Oh yeah, I can give him a shout out here. So, give Adam Phillips a follow, if you guys don't already. He's an awesome animator. Oop, did I spell it wrong? It's something like that. And yeah, Kevin, I am streaming on YouTube also. Just because I have two different audiences. And I do have more followers on YouTube than I do on Twitch. But I like streaming on Twitch. It's my favorite place to stream. So let's see, for her hips... Probably be somewhere down here. And have her dress go down like so. So after I do this really rough in between, and I'll go over it on another frame and kind of clean it up. Hey, Spy Gaming, you like the cat? I'm glad. Nelly, I do have a website for commissioning animations, but animation is very expensive. So if you don't have a budget, I wouldn't worry about it. But if you do go to my portfolio, jessejjones.com, I do have a form where you can hire me to make animation. Like I said, it's pretty expensive. You can also ask for tutoring and stuff on there too. If you ever want any personal one-on-one tutoring. You can teach stuff like After Effects or Toon Boom or frame-by-frame animation. Spy Gaming. I started animating with flipbooks back in the 5th grade. Hey, Jeffrey Life, how's it going? Let's see, maybe we could give more squash to her dress. Like that. It's looking okay. The neck probably needs to go down like that. Maybe sweep her dress over like that. Liquid, yeah, that is kind of what I'm doing here. Is just doing rough drawings before we clean it up and color it. This is a pretty simple animation, so it's just white with a little bit of blue for the water. So yeah, coloring's not too complicated on here, thankfully. So let's see, so this is going to be her anticipation. So when you go into a movement, almost all the time you're going to anticipate in the opposite direction. So since her in-between is going down, we want this anticipation to go up a little bit, right? So same with her hands. Actually, her hands, let's see. Her hands could probably go somewhere here. So this is one reason I like Toon Boom a lot, is because each one of these brush strokes is its own item. So I can just select the brush strokes that I want, move it around super easily. So I can grab like her torso here, just rotate it, move it up a little bit. Aaron, when is your next Animate video coming out? I don't know when I'll be doing Flash again, because I have so many other videos that I want to do. And, honestly, I like Toon Boom a lot better than Flash. Actual Kevin, have you ever seen Monkey Rag? I have! It's awesome. I love that animation style. Oh, thanks, Kevin. That means a lot. Thank you, man. Oh, that sucks, smashing. Artsy Robo, do you have any tutorial there on how to be a swell dude? I'm still figuring it out. So no, I do not. I hate sign up 69. Hey Jesse, you mentioned hiring and expenses involved. Do you have any idea on how to outsource projects for lesser cost? Whenever I outsource, I always outsource to my friends. So people that I know and trust that also animate, is usually who I'll hire if I need help with animation or anything else. Because, you know, I want to support people that I like. So if I do have extra work, those are usually the people I'll hire first. Gaming Geek, can I hire you to make me an animation? You can, but animation is expensive, so if you don't have any money, I wouldn't worry about it. You can always ask me questions here on chat. But if you go to my website, jessejjones.com, I have a form that's pretty easy to fill out if you ever wanted to hire me. Alright, so we have our anticipation. Maybe we can bring her eyebrows up a little bit too. So, and then here we want to do like an overshoot. So we'll do another frame where she just goes up a little bit. Maybe rotates a bit too. And then these hearts will be smaller over here. So that's gonna be her overshoot. So you can see, like, just with 4 drawings, we're already getting a bit of a sense of movement. Like here we'll want to move her arms up a bit. So this is like an overshoot, so she'll overshoot past the post that she's going to settle in. Right? And then she's going to settle into this pose. So we have anticipation, in between, and overshoot. And that's like the most basic of animation. That's about as basic as you can get. But you can see just from those 4 drawings, we have a pretty good sense of how she moves. And it's also a nice, subtle kind of movement. So once we do in-betweens and smooth it out, we'll have a nice piece of animation. Did I watch the making of Monkey Rag? I watched a little bit. But yeah, it's impressive how much pencil and paper she did. It's crazy. Lonely Lakitu. Having not squiggly lines is just line mileage. Like, it's how much you put into drawing. So a lot of beginning artists, you can tell they're just beginners because their lines will look like this. Because they're very careful about where they put their lines, and they kind of just pet their lines. It's kind of like, it's called petting your line. So as opposed to, you know, getting into this habit of petting your lines to make them, you know, where you want them to go, get into the habit of just trying to do one smooth line, you know? And drawing in pen. If you can find like a nice micron pen to draw in, that'll help you improve in drawing a lot, because you can't erase pen. Oh, thanks Nelly and Alex. Appreciate it, guys. Hey, Garija, how's it going? Good to see you, dude. What are you up to this day? This fine day. It's actually a holiday here in the States. It's a woman astonished at poop in the toilet. Obviously. I mean, come on. What else would be going on here? She's obviously fallen in love with poop. So, now that we got our rough drawings... Oh, there's Garija's theme song. Oh yeah, it's late for you, huh, Garija? It's actually really warm here. Funny how that is, seeing as you're in Australia. But yeah, now that we have these rough drawings, then what I will do is I'll move them down a frame, create a blank frame, and then I'll turn on my onion skin. And I'll go into my drawing mode. And see how this is rough, just because I moved stuff around and didn't really care? That's fine, because I just wanted something to give an idea of where her head and stuff should be, so I can keep her on model. So to recreate this drawing, I'll just go through and retrace it. And it'll give it a nice kind of hand-drawn look to it by doing it this way. With not a lot of work, like moving all those body parts around, it's just a quick way to get things in the right place. And then because you use the same frame, it stays on model. So now I just go through and just retrace it. Being aware of things that I want to change, like this mouth, since it's in anticipation, I'll probably have it go wider. Just a little bit. Since in the next frame it gets smaller, right? So because her mouth gets bigger, her jaw needs to go down a bit too. Like so. Hey, Adriel, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Painty Man, thank you for the host, dude. Oh my gosh, I really appreciate it. Guys, give Mr. Painty Man a follow. He is an awesome illustrator. And a really swell dude. I can't think of two better qualities. How's it going, Painty Man? Every time I get warm, the dogs want to lay under the blankets with me, and they let the warm out. Oh no, poor dogs. But yeah, for all you guys who are new, I'm using Toon Boom to animate a plumbing commercial that I got commissioned to do. So this is actually part of my work. I am a full-time animator. Yeah, feel free to ask me questions. I might miss your questions just because there's a lot of people in here, but I'll do my best to answer your guys' questions. Again, this is Toon Boom that I'm using. Making pizza. Oh, I'm jealous. So, it's Memorial Day here in the States, which a lot of Americans celebrate by barbecuing. So we're gonna be barbecuing some steaks and stuff. Should be pretty fun. Actual Kevin, so you find it's not worth it to do complex mouth shape rigs, just more sensible to make a library of hand-drawn mouth shapes? For my style, yeah, just because my mouths are usually dead simple to draw. I mean, that's basically it. It's like top teeth and then a tongue. There's not much to it. So, doing hand-drawn is definitely a lot easier. Hey, Nikolka, of course we remember you. Thanks for joining the stream again. Dude, right? My 2SL shirt? Hell yeah. Gotta support the streamers. Dude, if you guys don't follow Two Senseless on Twitch, make sure to give her a follow as well. Her streams are really fun. She puts on a really great stream. I really like the people on Twitch that, you know, not only do great work, but they also have a really entertaining stream. Which this isn't. This is just me working on stuff I'd be working on anyway. But yeah, Two Senseless puts on a really fun stream. Lots of art giveaways and stuff. So yeah, since she's going up, we're gonna want her hair to move down a little bit. So I'll move this shape down like that. And then same with this shape, we'll probably move it down about that much. Did I start animating with a mouse when I first started animating? I didn't. I had a tablet early on just because I was learning Photoshop. So by the time I started learning Flash, I already had a tablet. But really I started with pencil and paper, making flipbooks. Thanks, Spy Gaming. So yeah, we're just tracing this frame, doing some cleanup on it. And then after we clean it up, we'll delete the rough one that we made and replace it with this one. So since she's going up, her boobs will probably be going down a little bit. Just a little bit. Lonely Lakitu, what frame rate do you suggest? I usually work at 24. Which is what most film is done on. But I've worked on projects that do like 30 frames per second. But I always thought it'd be fun to do an animation at 60 frames per second. You know, something really, really quick and fast-paced. I've seen some really fun stuff done with 60 frames per second. Yeah. Your streams are really fun though, Mr. Painty Man. I like just watching you work. Actual Kevin, if you use deformers, how do you address the sort of deadening of the line during the rigged moves? Have you experimented with effects to create a boil on your line or anything similar? I haven't. I don't really use deformers a lot. The last project I worked on, we had a character library. So we did use deformers for stuff like moving the arms. But it was pretty subtle whenever we'd use it. So, you know, we try not to make it noticeably a deformed kind of animation, you know? Like, we try not to make it look super computery. Hey, Bo3 Master, how's it going? If you guys want to ask about what software and tablet I have, go onto my Twitch chat and type in !tablet or !software, and it'll tell you what kind of tablet I use. Just because those are pretty common questions, so there's a commands in Twitch chat if you ever want to ask them. So yeah, here her elbow is going in front, like so. So we'll have her elbow out here like here. And her hand is on her head like that. And then here, since she's going up, we have her hair moving down. Alright, so that's our cleaned up drawing. We'll just cut this part off, because it's off screen. You actually don't see her feet. So yeah, that's our cleaned up drawing. So back in our camera view, we can take our rough drawing, which is this, and delete it. And then move our cleaned up version over here. And then we want to do the same thing with this down pose right here. Oh, there's a woodpecker outside. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know we had woodpeckers here. Alright, so anyways, getting distracted. We'll delete this frame, go back into our drawing view, and then because our onion skin is on, we can see our rough drawing that we did. So now, we just trace over this and clean it up. Oh, no worries, Lakitu. Feel free to hang out wherever you want to. Just went to my form. Costs sound reasonable, but what do they mean by complexity? I'm hoping for something like Cyanide and Happiness. See, Cyanide and Happiness is not super complex. Just because it's basically a box character with a circle on top. Complexity is more about, you know, are you looking for Disney animation? Or are you looking more for Like Cyanide and Happiness is actually a really good example of pretty simple animation. Or, you know, do you want just like a slideshow? Is about as uncomplex as you can get. Is like a PowerPoint slideshow. And Disney animation is about as complex as you can get, because a lot of work goes into it. I am using Toon Boom Harmony, Issa. Nikolka, deleting the wrong frame, it actually isn't a problem in Toon Boom, because it stores it in your library. So even if you delete the wrong frame, you can always bring it back. It's super easy. $2 minutes would be about $2,000. That's like a really rough estimate. It's about $1,000 per minute, and that's on the low end of animation too. So just to give you guys an idea. Oh, I could do Disney animation on my own. I mean, not that level of quality, because I'm still learning, just like you guys. But digital animation has allowed for people to do their own studios, you know, so you don't need whole studios anymore with the advent of digital animation software. You can do all the ink and paint, the coloring, the shading, the effects, all on your own. It definitely helps to have other people. And depending on the project, I would hire for help if I needed it. But yeah, you could do a short 10 seconds of Disney animation if you wanted to. Lots of people do. I mean, just look on YouTube. There's a ton of talented animators that do just that. So since here she's going down, we're gonna have this hair moving up a bit. And her shoulders, draw like this. So for fingers, or hands, usually I simplify it this way. I'll draw like kind of a shovel shape, and then I'll do lines signifying the tops of the bones. So in animation and drawing, you hear a lot of straights versus curves. So you can kind of think of straights as like bone, and then curves as being like muscle or fat. So when you draw a finger, you know, you have 3 joints, and these parts would be the bones, and then underneath it, you'd get the fat. So it's a pretty simple way of simplifying how a hand would look. So to quickly draw a hand, I'll just draw this like shovel shape, and then I'll put, you know, the fatty part underneath where the fingers are supposed to be. So something like that. So that's a pretty simple hand. Then we can move that in place. Make it a bit smaller. Hey, Gage, how's it going, man? And Power the Wolf, hey! Dude, all sorts of good people here. Actual Kevin, would that rule of thumb presume 24 frames per second, mostly on 2s? Yeah, that's usually how I animate. Or 1s if it's like a really fast action. Engineera, Hey, you put a video and asked us about what kind of tutorial we want. Did you decide what to do about it? So the votes came in. Oh, you donated, Spy? My Twitch alerts don't seem to be showing up. Hold on. Something weird's going on. Let me just sign into my Twitch alerts. I don't think there's any harm in doing this on stream. Let's just test it out. So this is the reason I like Twitch alerts, is you get little animations whenever people follow and stuff. But let's test it. It seems to be working. That's really weird. Yeah, that's really weird.
This is a test donation for $75.
I'm not sure, Spy Gaming. Thank you so much, though. Here, I'll give you a shout out. So your name is gonna exist in this animation for all eternity. Oh, there. Something's working now. Hey, SM Gaskin, thank you for the follow. That's weird. I guess it had to be restarted. Spy Gaming 505. Thank you so much. So your name will live on this animation forever. No problem, man. Alright, so where were we? Hey, Gage, thank you for the follow. Dude, it's good to see you on here, man. How are you doing? Take enough, Laquito? Alright, thank you for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you around. Is it hot outside? It's gonna get there. I think tomorrow's gonna be hotter than today. Today's supposed to be pretty mild. Oh, I think it's a glitch with Twitch alerts that you have to donate in US dollars for it to show up. So I tried to fix that so that it automatically shows US dollars. But if you change it to something else, I think it might not show up. So that might be why your message didn't show up, Spy. How do I get the Comic Sans look so effortlessly? I think just because my writing sucks. I am from Portland, Oregon, in the States. Doing some editing? That's cool. Oh, no worries, Spy Gaming. I mean, there's no way to know. Maybe I could put a message or something in there to let people know. But yeah, it's a weird thing. It seems like it shouldn't matter. So here we'll have her sleeve, like that. And then we'll have her torso. There's her elbow. Like that. And draw her torso like so. And get her dress like that. The wild Pikachu just finished eating chocolate. Grats. Portland, Oregon is the Vancouver, BC of Portland, Oregon. I actually love Vancouver, BC. It's such a pretty city. That was one of my favorite places to visit. Hey, sour peanut butter. Nikolka, this animation was pretty simple, about 30 seconds, and it's not colored. So this probably took me about a week. And also the client really liked it, so there wasn't a ton of revisions, which also helps it not take so long. So here, we want her hair to go up, since she's going down. So like that. And then in our camera view, we can take this rough drawing that we did, delete it, drag this over, put it on 2s, and there we have our cleaned up drawing. So it's getting there. We still need to do some in-betweens, but we have our cleaned up drawings looking pretty okay. She's missing her kneecaps. Let's put those in. So now we want to clean up this drawing. So let's add in a frame, create a blank frame, go into our drawing view with our onion skin on. It's just like usual. I mean, it's all about process. Once you figure out your process, you can kind of get into a flow with this kind of stuff. So after I clean this up, I know that I'm going to do some in-betweens, just to smooth it out. Hey Marquis, good to see ya. Oh, I know, yeah. The Vancouver and Washington is very confusing. It's a very different place. A lot more meth in one versus the other. So here, since I know her mouth is going to be more open from a closed mouth, I'm going to do more of a closed mouth on this frame. Just slightly. So like so.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Cinder. You're my favorite customer. How's it going, dude? Oh, man. It's good to see you, Cinder. It's definitely been a while. How you doing, man? So here we'll just draw in her hands. Like so. Keep it simple. Oh, you too, Nikolka. It's a great day. The weather outside's really nice. It's gonna be a half day since it's kind of a holiday. So that'll be nice. Hang out with Olivia. It'll be fun. Josie, I just started animating 2 days ago because of me. Oh, that's awesome. Do I have any tips? Get the Animator Survival Kit. That's definitely a book I didn't learn about until college that I wish I would have had when I was first starting out animating. Issa, which one do you prefer? Color one frame and copy another, which also has the color, or make all the frames a color? I'm not sure if I understand your question, Issa. In this project, since it's all white, they don't have color, it's really easy to just use the Toon Boom feature of filling it all in as one color. So all I have to do is just click once and it fills in all my frames automatically. Where in Flash, you'd have to click each segment one part at a time and it would take a lot longer. Been busy at work. Oh, that's awesome, Cinder. Dude, I'm happy for you, man. That's really awesome to hear. It sounded like the same thing for Just Proud, too. It makes me really happy to hear. I'm happy for you, Cinder. It's good to see you, man. It's definitely been a long time. Oh, you're so lucky, Josie. I wish I had that book when I was first learning animation. Really, a lot of what I learned I kind of just through trial and error. And just asking friends that also animated. So we'll draw her legs over here. And then for the hearts, I think we'll do that on a separate layer, since it's kind of a effect animation sort of thing. Well, maybe we won't have to. It's pretty simple. We can probably keep it on the same frame. Oh, same here, Cinder. Yeah, I was working a lot. It took a lot of my free time away from Twitch. Hey, Dreamer 2002, how's it going? So this bottom chat is Twitch, and then this top chat is YouTube. Hey, Quackpillow. Yeah, me too, Cinder. I mean, you're both good guys. You both deserve it, you know? Oops. I'm glad when good things happen to good people. Yeah, it's my little Kappa. Oh, me too, Pikachu. That scared me too. So how are you guys doing? Hope you're all having a good day. Well, she's lucky to have you too, Cinder. Never forget that, man. It goes both ways. Hey, Silent Screen, how's it going? It's a Wade! Actual Kevin with the pro tips. Too many bananas? Decide to freeze them before they go bad? Pro tip, peel them first. That's a really good pro tip, actually. I didn't know that one. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Josie. That's a good day when you spend the whole day animating, for sure. Hey, Scrub, how's it going? Issa, technically this is a professional animation because I'm getting paid for it. I suppose that's the criteria. But thank you, I guess. I'm still learning just like you guys. Hey, Petey, how's it going, man? Poopy schmoopies. Guys, if you don't follow Pika Petey, what are you doing with your life? The guy's an incredible animator. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Cinder. It's definitely true. So now that we got that frame all cleaned up... Poopy Scoopy. Thank you, Quackpillow. So now that we got that frame cleaned up, we just delete this one, move this guy over, put it on 2s. So now we have our cleanup drawings all done. So as you can see, it still moves pretty quick. So we need to do some in-betweens to smooth it out. Especially this one, like from here to here, it's a pretty quick transition. So we can do an in-between by dragging these guys over, and then deleting these 2 frames, and turning on our onion skin. Oh, I'm doing great, Petey. It's a wonderful day today. Weather's really nice. Gonna take half the day off and go grill some steaks. It's gonna be awesome. But how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. I like the Inception chat. Oh, so anyways, so let's see. It's kind of hard to see my onion skin, so I'm gonna change my color card to maybe more of a light gray. I don't like to animate on pure white, just because it kind of hurts my eyes after a while. So here, I'll draw in my rough, big shapes. Goddamn, Petey. So, so anyways, for our in-between, what a lot of beginning animators will do is they'll just animate in-betweens along straight lines. So I have my eye here and my eye here, right? So a lot of beginning animators will put the in-between dead center, like right here, along a straight line. But things don't really move that way in real life. They move along arcs. So one of the animation principles is to move things on arcs. So instead of doing an in-between along this line, I'll move it along an arc. So the eye will probably be more over here. Same thing especially with the nose. Like, the nose is a really good thing to track for arcs. So I want to put that nose over here, as opposed where a beginning animator might put it right here doing an in-between. So same thing for this eye, since it's going on an arc. This will help you keep things in volume too, because these are 3D characters. They're not flat drawings. You know, you should be able to rotate them in 3D space. So that's kind of what arcs help with too. Oh, I do the same thing, Petey. I love putting on animators' streams while I'm working. It helps me feel like I'm not working all by myself, in a way. As sad as that sounds. But yeah, having creative streams is really fun. So, drawing our in-betweens here. Let's see. Same thing for the eyes. Kind of put that on an arc over here. Give her eyelashes right there. Eyebrows. Let's see. And then after drawing with my red pencil, usually I'll draw with a black pencil on top of it, just to kind of clear things up. Because just this red pencil is such a mess. It's such a mess to look at. So usually afterwards, I'll kind of take a black pen just straight on top of it. I won't even do a second layer or anything, because this is super rough. But you know, just kind of do a black pen on top, just to kind of clear things up so I can see what I'm doing. Hey, Gaming Geek, it's going well. How are you doing? Are you gonna stream later, Piki? Or Pika? That's cool. I don't know if I'll be able to join this time, just because I'm taking the rest of the day off. But Guys, if you don't follow Pika PD, make sure to give him a follow and check out his streams. He's working on an amazing project right now. It's really cool to watch. So for my other big forms, like her hips, probably be around right there. So for drawing girls, usually I'll simplify it by drawing a triangle on top of a circle. So the circle's her hips, and then the triangle is kind of symbolizing her collarbones, and then a rib cage. So she's kind of cartoony, but, you know, she still has kind of bigger hips here. And then her neck will be going in here like so. And her ear would be in between over here. Do more Toon Boom tutorials? I definitely will. Toon Boom's such a big program that it needs more breakdowns and tutorials. Dude, Adam Phillips is fucking crazy. I can't believe he streamed for that long. Petey, Adam's streaming on Twitch if you don't follow him. I think he just ended his stream, but he was doing a long one. Yeah, actual Kevin was there. 15-hour stream, man. That's fucking crazy. I think I would go nuts. Marquis, if you're getting into animation or art to be famous, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. One, because it'll probably never happen, and two, you'll never be happy, because, you know, it's not really a goal. I mean, when is it enough famous? You know? It's one of those things. It's like being rich is your goal. I mean, when do you say, I have enough money, I've done it, I am done with my life goal? It's not really a thing you can ever finish. And because you can't finish it, it's not really a goal, if that makes sense. Fame or money is more like a bonus that you get from doing what you love. That should really be the reason you're doing it, is because you love doing it. And that you have fun doing it. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? Life is so damn short. You know, we're on here for such a short amount of time. Is being YouTube famous really a reason to do something before you leave? Maybe it is for you. Who knows? The sun's gonna explode in 1,000,000 years anyway, so... I don't know, I think about that a lot. You know, like... we're here for such a short amount of time. You know... what do you really want to do before you leave? It's just something I think about every once in a while. Hey, shout out to the Twitch lurkers. Gage. Yeah, fame should never be the end goal. I've met some awesome people just by going to these art streams, and I'm not famous by any means. Exactly. There's a ton of awesome artists I know that aren't quote-unquote famous. Julian, why is this happening? I ask that all the time. That's like the question I ask myself all the time. But I think what you're asking is, what's this stream about? What am I working on? So, this is a freelance project that I'm working on, Julian. I actually got paid to make an animation for a plumbing company. So right now we're just doing an in-between, which looks like a mess. But I know what's going on. So that's really what matters. As long as I can tell what's going on, you know, and I can make sense of these messy drawings, that's all that really matters. Wild Pikachu's goal is to eat every chocolate. That's a good goal. See, that you could accomplish, in theory. So let's see, her other hand should be down like this, probably. Man, I had a huge breakfast and I'm hungry again. Need to stop being so fat. So yeah, that's my rough drawing. So then on top of that, just to kind of clear things up for me, I'll draw it with a black pen on top. And I don't worry about being clean or finished with this part. This is just me trying to clean up my red pencil just a little bit. If I were doing this on paper, I'd probably use like a blue pencil. Or, you know, a mechanical pencil. And it just helps to clean up this mess a little bit. Because I can kind of tell what's going on, but this will help clear things up just a little bit. Didn't I stream the same animation last time? Yeah, Jonathan, we're not done with it. I mean, this is what I'd be working on even if I wasn't streaming. Because this is my job. This is what I get paid to do. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's always a lot more fun to work on animation while people are here. And I appreciate you guys hanging out in the stream and keeping me company. Because otherwise it'd just be my cat. And my cat is precious cold company. Hey, Cinder, thanks for stopping by, man. It's good to see you, dude. Glad to hear you're doing well. And yeah, I'll probably see you around the Twitch chats. If you're on here still. How long have I been doing freelance animations? For about 7 years. I've been animating professionally for about 7 years. 8-bit. This is Toon Boom Harmony Premium that I'm using. Let's clean up her mouth a little bit. So like the same process we did before, after I do this cleanup drawing, then I'll make another frame and actually do the cleanup artwork. Xavier, I lost my job and I want to be a freelancer, but I'm afraid to not get any freelance job. What should I do? The Freelancer Bible is a really good book to check out. Book Yourself Solid is another good book that I like a lot. But if you want to go to a freelance website, a lot of my friends use Upwork, upwork.com. And it's okay. I mean, as far as freelancing websites go, it's not too bad. People seem willing to pay a little bit fairer wages on there. Hey, Wild Pikachu, thanks for stopping by the stream, man. Glad you were here. It's always fun chatting with you. Yeah, I bought this program and it's already paid for itself. You know, it's an investment. Just like buying a tablet or a computer. You know, you're doing it for work, so you need to get one that'll help you make money. And eventually it'll pay itself off. Flash is better than Toon Boom, then Pikapedia says Toon Boom is better than Flash. Toon Boom has more features and a better brush. But I hesitate to say the word better, even though Toon Boom is technically a better program. I always say, use what helps you tell your stories. That's all that really matters. If you use MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker and, you're happy telling your stories, then that's all that really matters. But if you're looking to get into being a professional animator, you should definitely learn Toon Boom. Because most animation studios are switching over to Toon Boom instead of Flash. What? I always say, use what...
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh shit, wait, hang on. I'm trying to get my headphones on so there's no echo.
Ah, shit.
I got my argument for Flash.
Yes, I love a good argument.
Okay, so it's very known in the Flash community that the Flash crashes and like corrupts work, right?
Correct.
Alrighty, so imagine you're a comic book artist, all right, and you're doing like an illustration, and you buy a like an inking pen, and you're doing like this cover on cardstock, and it's looking really, really well. Well, this inking pen has a known manufacturing defect where it just goes it spits the ink all over your cardboard, just ruining your piece that you were just doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a known manufacturing defect with that specific inking pen. Would you ever go out and buy that pen again if it does that at random intervals? Probably not.
Probably not.
Then why do you do it with Flash?
You know what's really funny is I've actually worked on projects where they're like, I like the quality of Flash's line. Like, we like how crappy it looks. We want that style. It's like, all right.
I guess that's good if you're going for Ed and Nettie.
Yeah. Not even that. It just looks like old Newgrounds or old albino black sheep stuff.
It just you shouldn't, if the program has its own style, like everyone's like, and even if there's comments under, wow, you made Flash to look like that? That's amazing.
I've seen that.
It's kind of a sign of it's not a good program.
Oops. Yeah, it's funny. I keep seeing people say that on Jordan's animations whenever he's drawing. It's like, what are your settings? How do you get Flash to look like that? I can never get my lines to look that smooth. Yeah, and they've promised fixing the brush forever. Like, there's an old article that's like from 2013 or 2012 on Adobe's website where they're like, new version of Flash coming out. We're fixing the brush. And it still hasn't happened.
Because they'd have to rewrite the core base program.
I think so, yeah.
Or like they'd have to rewrite the architecture, the back end of the program in order for it to get to work. And that's not an investment that Adobe is willing to make.
Yeah, it'd have to be a new program pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. That's too bad, because, I don't know. That's what I first learned how to animate on was Flash. So, I love Flash for,
I first learned how to animate on paper and pencil.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, actually, I first learned how to animate on CG, but then I was like doing paper and pencil because I knew it would be better in the long run if I were spending 6 hours on something and only to find out that I made a mistake in my planning.
Well, a lot of skills transition over from learning pencil and paper animation, even into 3D animation.
Yeah, there's countless times I've heard 2D animation artists go, man, learning like 3D animation's really improved my 2D skills. Because it forces you to think in that space.
Mm-hmm. I know it helps my drawing a lot. Just looking at a 3D model all day kind of gives you a better sense of, how to draw volumetrically and how things look from different angles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this is Pika Petey, special guest Pika Petey. If you guys don't follow him on YouTube, seriously, give that guy a follow, because
I don't update often.
His animations are amazing.
I don't update often, but when I do,
it's very special.
I'm the most interesting man in the world.
So what do you got going on today, Petey?
I slept until noon,
Nice.
and then I'm doing house chores because I visited my grandma all weekend,
Oh,
and I wanted to animate and do stuff.
that's cool.
Be alone in my dark man cave.
I like how animation studios are always so dark. It's like a bunch of vampires.
Gosh, I kind of hate that.
I've gotten used to it. I think I just get used to it.
I put my office right next to the window in the corner, so I can see people approaching me. So they
That's smart.
tap me on the shoulder, freak me the fuck out.
That always happens to me.
Yeah. Come up and tap me, and I flip out, and they're like, "Oh, it's funny." Like, that's not. I'm gonna put myself in the corner.
I have a friend that, like, pay special attention to not scare him. And no matter how hard I try not to scare him while he's working, I always do. And he freaks out, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Get him. You know those little dome mirrors that you'll put on your side mirrors,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on a car? Like, get him one of those to stick on this monitor.
That's really funny. Gage says you're too handsome.
Well, obviously he's talking about you.
No, he's got an at Pika.
Oh.
What happened to my... Weird. Hey, Buckiro the Mole, how's it going?
Chores. What I gotta do today? Like, make sure my place is in a fucking pigsty. There you go.
Let's see.
So you decided to work today on a national holiday?
I did. Yeah, just because I have a lot of stuff going on.
What are you, unpatriotic?
I'm wearing my America socks. I have my America socks on.
Where's your pet bald eagle?
I put on my America socks and I voted for Trump. I think I did my duty.
I lined the wall up with American eagles armed with assault rifles. Powered by freedom.
Did you ever see Gonzo SSM's July 4th animation?
No.
It's fucking funny. It's so offensive. I won't spoil it. It's really funny. Hey, Tofu, how's it going? Tofu333.
Tofu. Ew. Tofu's a byproduct of sissies.
People always say that tofu doesn't taste good, and that's not true. You just didn't season it well. Tofu tastes however you want it to taste. There was have you seen the kids react to food thing?
I don't really watch kids react stuff.
We used to before the whole debacle.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one where they gave him tofu and like didn't season it, didn't grill it or do anything to it. It's just like boiled tofu. It's like, here, stupid kids. Eat this. And it doesn't taste like anything, and they're like, this is gross, I'm never eating tofu again. It's like, great. You ruined tofu for them.
Let me guess, their Fine Bros sub count's up now.
I believe it. People are very forgetful. I mean, it's only a matter of time before anything like that passes. So I'm sure they're doing fine.
bros.
But dumb. Oh yeah, I love it in miso soup too. Tofu's awesome in miso soup. Here's so for all you guys wanting to learn how to draw tofu, here's my expert tofu drawing tutorial.
Are you drawing a cube?
No, I'm drawing tofu.
Oh.
Or an ice cube. It's multi-purpose. So that's how you draw a tofu or an ice cube. David, I am using Toon Boom Harmony. Oh, we've had tofurkey at Thanksgiving before. Good God.
Yeah.
It's not that great. Not a huge fan. So you doing any barbecuing or anything, Petey?
No. I suck at barbecue.
It's fun for me. I like it. It's kind of my zen place.
I just went to grandma's and my stay was literally just arrive, lasagna, go to sleep, wake up, eat breakfast, take a nap outside, eat lunch, take a nap inside, eat dinner, go to sleep. That was basically my visit to grandma's.
Sounds like a nice day. Sounds like a nice visit. Tofu. I love Japanese food. We eat sushi like at least once a month, probably.
Do you ever go to that sushi buffet in Glendale?
No, they have a sushi buffet?
Yeah. It's it's nearby when you see like this fountain with a bunch of like rocks and stuff. But yeah, it's like this all you can eat sushi buffet.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Me and my animator friend would go there every time we met up. It just stuff ourselves silly.
Do you like Korean food?
Yeah, like Korean barbecue.
Yeah. There's an all-you-can-eat place in Vegas that's pretty good. I love Korean food. It's one of my favorites. Banker on animations. So, could you do a tutorial on how to do pixel art animation in Toon Boom? Toon Boom's not really made for pixel art. It's more made for vector and 2D animation. If you want to do pixel art, there's a lot of really cheap programs that are pretty good. Or Photoshop is also pretty good for pixel animation. Or Krita is actually free. I would recommend Krita if you want to do pixel animation. Glendale sounds like a fake made-up name. It kind of does.
Everything in Southern California is fake and made up. So it fits right in.
Alright, so there we have one in between. So it kind of smooths that motion out a little bit. Her hip gets kind of big, though. Need to fix that. Alex the Animator, check out my mixtape. You got a mixtape? If it's not full of 80s pop ballads, then I'm not interested. I want something that I can listen to on a 80s boombox. Oh, Krita is spelled Krita.
Like creatine.
It's a great program. For a free program, it's pretty amazing.
I'm probably gonna get that Snatty or whatever program that does the automatic in betweens for you.
Oh, Kakani?
Yeah, yeah.
You should let me know how it is. Um, I'm kind of curious about it. It seems like it wouldn't be very useful for anything more complex than like a blade of grass. You know?
No, no, no. The way Harry was using it was really good.
Oh, is he using it now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It would be like extremely useful for Hanna-Barbera style.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your style's like that, like Hanna-Barbera, it would be extremely useful.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, think about like, or like normal like 2D animation, where the characters are flat,
Mm-hmm.
flat appealing shapes. Really, really useful for that. You just got to make sure you draw in a very weird, specific way.
Hmm.
Um, like if you make a head shape, um, let's say that it's like a bean shape almost, and your next, and then you draw the hair next, like in this like weird grass shape. Well, in your next frame over that you draw the character, you want to make sure that you draw the head shape first, and then the hair shape, on the next frame. But you also have to draw it in the same way that you did it. So if you drew the head shape in like a counterclockwise fashion,
Right.
on the next frame you have to draw the same head shape in a counterclockwise fashion.
Oh, interesting.
So the start and end point are the same on the line. But it could be like a different shape, and then the program automatically fills in the betweens.
That makes sense. That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Banker on Animation says, "Tell Pika that I love his videos so much." XD.
I love my videos so much too, XD.
Hey, Rave Blade. Of course I remember you. How's it going, man? So let's see. This got a bit thick. So right now I'm just going back and forth, kind of checking the model, making sure it's on model and stuff, and line width is kind of staying the same. So that's looking okay. So here I want to do another in between. So let's.
You ever done those? You ever done like a MetLife commercial?
A what commercial?
Like an antidepressant commercial?
No, that's kind of what my character's based on, though. The little Zoloft guy.
Yeah.
I'm depressed. I wonder if.
They always use like really basic characters for that.
Yeah, you know how in the 90s people got really upset because they used cartoons to sell cigarettes?
Yeah.
I really wonder if using cartoons to sell antidepressants made a bunch of kids want antidepressants. Because I feel like, because I used to be on antidepressants, I wonder if, like, having cartoon characters sell it played a role, just like in a subconscious way. No one ever talks about that, though.
Did you feel better on antidepressants?
I felt different. I don't know. I don't know if it really helped me or not. Honestly, I think what helped me get over depression is listening to better music. Like, as silly as that sounds, I used to listen to a lot of, like, Jack Off Jill and Marilyn Manson and stuff like that.
Linkin, my skin.
Not Linkin Park so much, but, you know, just, like, really angry, kind of depressing music. And what actually helped me, and this sounds so fucking dumb, but I started listening to 311, and a lot of their music's more about positivity and you know just like happier things. So changing my music, I think, helped me a lot, and also fucking going outside and getting exercise, like not staying in my room all day. I feel like that kind of stuff helped me more than my antidepressant medication did.
I I've been listening to this one podcast. It's called My Favorite Murderer.
Oh yeah.
And it's really weird because you have these like Valley Girl voices, and they're like their banter between them. It's really funny, but then they're also the subject matter that they're talking about is the most horrific thing humanity has to offer, which are murders
Mm-hmm.
and serial killers and all this like really ultra depressing shit. But because of those juxtaposition between the friendly banter and like kind of like the Valley Girl kind of voicing it, it seems like more interesting than depressing. It's
Huh.
actually enjoyable to listen to.
That sounds great. I love podcasts. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, yeah. And they always like in every single episode, they're always just like, don't take our factual knowledge of it. We're like not professionals. Seriously, you guys.
Gage, what kind of podcast do you guys listen to?
um,
You go ahead.
I've been looking for more podcasts because I listen to them while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, like Sleepycast, it's kind of sometimes kind of hard to listen to Sleepycast because they get like really raunchy, and then I forget I had headphones on,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll like quickly try to pause it when someone comes to my desk because I think they can hear it also. And then there's the Cracked podcast, which is normally interesting. And then that's where I was introduced to My Favorite Murderer, and then the Rubber Onion podcast.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like Sleepy Cabin too. I also like the Rooster Teeth podcast. It's pretty good.
I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, I mostly listen to either instrumental music or audiobooks. Like I have an Audible subscription, so a lot of what I listen to is like audiobooks.
So my recent thing to do is been going through like really good Reddit threads, and I'll just copy and paste it into a text-to-speech program.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That's so
Yeah.
smart. I love Reddit. There's so much good information on there.
Yeah, I just don't want to sit there and be reading Reddit when I'm trying to do my job all day. So I'll like find a good one, then like copy and paste the entire thing into the text to speech. And you always know when someone else is gonna post because it's like permalink, blah blah blah. Expand for more comments.
King Void asks, how many years have I been using Toon Boom? I think since 2013, so like 3 years or 4 years maybe.
I started in 2011.
Oh damn.
And you'd think I'd be proficient with it, but I never switched over to Harmony.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a dumbass.
I actually learned on the job. Like the studio I was working for asked if I knew how to use Toon Boom, and I was like, yeah. I didn't. I had no idea.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, you guys. You say yes, I can do it, and then you work like hell to
stay up all night reading tutorials.
bite off more you can chew and chew like hell.
But yeah, I learned a lot. That's where I learned how to use the node view and stuff. Was on that job, which I'm really grateful for. Because the node view can be confusing.
Well, half of my day is just like figuring out technical problems.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, because we're dealing with a new format and dealing with like, trailblazing with animation.
Mm-hmm.
No one has no idea what to do.
Yeah.
Which is really tough when working with an industry veteran who is used to keeping their head down, not deviating from being told what they should do, otherwise they get in trouble. And that's not the type of person I need right now.
Yeah. Oh, I love the Disaster Artist Gauge. Oh my god, The Room is like one of my favorite comedies. That audiobook is amazing.
Disaster Artist Gauge?
So Gage is his name, but the book is called The Disaster Artist.
Okay.
You've seen The Room, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about the guy that plays Oh Hi Mark, his best friend.
Okay.
He writes the story of how The Room got made and stuff. It's fucking fascinating. It's amazing.
Oh, I have to. Yeah, I haven't seen The Room, but I've seen enough reviews of The Room.
I think you have to watch it with someone. Like I watched it with Olivia, and that made it more fun because we could kind of make fun of it together, you know?
Yeah, I watched. Oh man, so I got a group of asshole friends together, and we watched the movie Teeth.
Oh, I love that movie actually.
Oh,
I like
man,
that movie.
We're like grasping our throats. Going, oh no!
Oh, that's a good one. Wraithblade. I never did finish that Sonic animation. Sorry to say.
Ew, gross. Fuck you, Sonic. Sonic does you.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Have you seen was it Sludgy the Possum?
I don't think so.
It's like Tails, you can fly ahead and take out the scaredy kids. All right, Knuckles, you bash the obstacles, and Sludgy, you eat trash. It's done by the same animator who's like, "Hi, I'm Walt Disney, and I'm here to tell you about the Puppet Tool."
I don't know if I know that person.
Oh man, his stuff is hilarious.
That sounds funny.
Press not, skeptical viewer. I'm an animation made with After Effects Puppet Tool. We're recreating all of our Disney masterpieces using Puppet Tool.
That sounds
Check
really
them
funny.
And it's like the worst animation done ever. It's so funny.
Oh man.
They should just rename After Effects to the Puppet Tool and a bunch of shit you don't need.
Oh god. That's so funny.
Just making fun of all the crappy animations you see.
I love animation jokes. Like inside animation jokes are so funny.
One of my favorite is Rice Pirates Inanimate. It's like, finally, the time has come! I have the animation studio complete with a Wacom WX12. and they program that make all my dreams come true. I have the power. I have the tools. Now animate. And you just stand. Every time I have someone who's like, I'm new to animation, then they start asking about tools and programs.
Mhm.
I just think of that one. Like they're gonna get all the tools and buy it up and be like, animate! Well, they're good. And another really, really funny one is Ask Taco Man. Ask Taco Man how to be a successful Flash artist.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
And he talks about how animation takes a long time and blah blah blah. Just be prepared to sit in one place for the rest of your life.
That's really funny.
And he explains all the tools and it's like, and now you can start, now after charging, maxing out your credit card's equipment, you can begin to make animation. But to do so, you can forget about your social life,
Yep.
your health,
Yep.
and a well-paying job.
It's so crazy. I think you have to have the right mindset to be an animator too. Like I've had people say like, I want to get into animation, but it's so tedious. It's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be an animator.
Yeah.
That's all it is tedium. Hey, Sambadex, how's it going?
Then we all get together and we all get really, really drunk.
You know, I don't drink. So, but going to drink and draws is always really fun though.
Well, then smoke pot or whatever you do.
I'm so antisocial on weed though. Like, it's not for me.
Get jacked up on coffee there.
Coffee works. That's definitely my drug of choice. Or tea. I like a nice pot of tea. Banker on Jesse, could you do a tutorial on how to do an intro animation? I mean, it'd just be like an animation tutorial. I mean, whether it's an intro or something else, I mean, all the principles are the same.
I have a tutorial that's pretty easy.
Do you?
Step 1, go to Video Copilot. Step 2, download their presets.
Oh, God. Be like all those prank videos on YouTube. Or the Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah. Where do you go? Get music. Kevin McLeod.
God, I use his music a lot, but I'm always like very aware that you hear that same music everywhere. But it's really good. Like, it's good quality. It's just overused.
Especially the one that I have the same sound effects and royalty free music that Keemstar uses. That digital, like, that's on the background of his news things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I recognize that right away. I was like, I have that.
Just use the Wilhelm scream for everything.
Ah!
Oh.
What I do is I go on video game sites and get very obscure video games, and then I'll mix and match them. So for the at the beginning of Spooky Kabuki, it's a very loud like blah with the theremin, the woo. Woo! That's taken from a beginning of a rock song, and then I took another song. I think it was like from. I think it was from Banjo Kazooie, that Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, or Cameo that had theremin in it, and I just overlaid them on top of each other, and it turned out to be really good.
That's cool. Tofu. Tofu says, I'm really trying to learn backgrounds. Would help a lot. I can't find a tutorial on that on YouTube. I don't know, just copy backgrounds that you like.
Look up composition storyboarding.
Yeah.
And tutorials. Look up composition storyboarding tutorials. Look up layout tutorials. You won't really find any backgrounds. You have to pull from a knowledge of like architecture, perspective, and layout, and you have to combine all three of those like knowledge bases, and then you make really good backgrounds.
I like Grizz and Norm has a lot of really great infographics on composition. So if you look up Grizz and Norm composition, there's tons of stuff about like storytelling, um, how to draw different background styles, how to like do gesture characters and silhouettes. Um, Grizz and Norm's tutorials are really great. I like their stuff a lot. Oh, somebody asked how many hours a day do I spend animating? At least 8, probably more like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I spent a lot. I mean, if you count my job, my day job, I
Mm-hmm.
spent at least like 12 each day.
Yeah, because after you're done with your job, then you go home and animate on your own projects.
I know I'm a sad sack of shit. Aren't I?
That's uh, that's how it goes, though.
Well, because I do 3D animation during the day, and then I want to do 2D animation. I don't want that skills to atrophy.
Well, and I think you have to do your own projects to keep sane. Like if you keep working on someone else's projects,
Oh no, that's the beauty of my job right now. I get to define what we're working on. So it's just all day of creating shit I want to do.
lucky.
Yeah, I got this like I must have my condolences go towards the leprechaun's family that I mercilessly crushed beneath my boot. Um, because they gave me this job and then they gave me the project budget and I'm just like, whoa, that's a lot of money with the project budget. And they're like, okay, so using this budget, who do you want to hire? And I'm like, oh, go get like really good people. And they're like, all right, so what are we making? And I'm like, I don't know, let's do this. This is kind of fun.
Also, the thing I like about animating for work is you get to work on so many different projects. Like, no two projects are ever the same.
Oh yeah.
So you get to try a lot of different things.
Well, I'm in a weird like position where it's like a really big tech company that needs animation because more and more tech companies and are realizing that they need an art department.
Mm-hmm.
So so we're I'm like providing that with them, and I get to work with like laser technicians and all these like other really extremely smart people.
Oh, cool. Sounds really neat.
Yeah, it's really neat until like I'm standing there and I had to make sure to rig this character properly. I need like a basic. I needed a basic algebra equation. Like basically, when one value was 100, I needed the other value to equal 0, and then when that value was like -1, I needed that one to be like 1 or something. It was like a really basic algebra equation. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, ugh. Math.
My God. Math
Then
is.
it dawned on me. I was just like, wait a minute. I'm a building full of like programmers and engineers.
Jeez.
So I go up to our main programmer and I'm just like, I need this like basic equation. Could you like help me figure it out? Grabs, just like tears the notebook out of me, takes his pen, and not even looking down at the pad of paper, just stares me in the eyes, writes out the equation, and hands it back to me.
Jeez.
I'm like, oh, okay, thanks.
The whole reason we got into art is so we don't have to do math ever again. Hey, Tofu, thanks for hanging out in the chat, man. It's good to see you. Peggy, I did do a stream on OpenTunes. It's so complicated. It's such a complicated program that I hesitate to do a tutorial on it, even though a lot of people ask for it, just because it's not beginner friendly, and it's still being developed. So anything I make a tutorial out of might change in the future. So I don't know. I just don't like how complicated it is, but it does have a lot of features. Like it has a lot of things that Toon Boom has. Like it even has a node view and swatches that you can change colors and stuff. So it's got a lot of features, but it's very hard to learn. I'm still learning it for sure. So here's our animation so far. Let's see how it looks.
Doing dishes, fun.
That's usually when I listen to like podcasts and stuff when I'm doing dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ever,
no.
any,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you ever have any Let's Players on?
You mean like in the background while I'm working?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Game Grumps and stuff.
yeah. They seem more chill.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
Yeah. All right. Be right back. Maybe in another hour. Can we go for sushi? Be fun. We have a little. Don't stop. Just call 911. Don't touch my roots. Don't touch my roots. Don't! Okay. You need to stop. Oh, thanks, King Void. It's pretty simple stuff. Poopy?
Poopy.
You going poopy?
Poopy tooping.
Oops, there's a little mistake there. Filled in her inside. Mr. Painting Man, I think. Where do you download the OpenTunes update? I think it's on GitHub. Hmm. Thanks, Power the Wolf. That's not right. That's really weird. I think it's right here where you download the newest version. Alright, so what else do we need to do? I think we're pretty much done with this animation. Just gotta fill in this guy.
Needs more butts and explosions.
Oh, I wish.
Gotta Michael Bay it up.
Gotta appeal to the masses.
Yep. Gotta have some more time remapping, some explosions, and some butts.
Gotta have the butts.
Did you see that fake script for Batman? If Michael Bay did Batman?
I did not.
Let me read it to you. Okay, Michael Bay's rejected the Dark Knight script. And so Michael Bay, the first page, Michael Bay presents in association with Michael Bay Productions and Michael Bay director, Michael Bay's The Dark Knight by Michael Bay, featuring dialogue scripted by Michael Bay. And the red lettering goes, Michael, thanks for the offer, but I think we're going to take this a different direction. All right, here's the first page. First page, the script. Exterior, Washington, D.C., day. We open with a shot of the Pentagon, nerve center of the entire free world. An American flag, CGI, flies proudly in the central courtyard. Cut to the interior Pentagon general's office. A no-nonsense general sits at the head of the conference table, surrounded by military personnel. General, well, what are we dealing with here, men? Officer, you're not gonna like it. Cut to exterior Washington, D.C. day. Shots of the Pentagon. Cut to interior Pentagon general's office. Officer, sir, it appears the terrorists are rallying around some sort of crazed criminal. They call him the Joker. General, the Joker? Officer, yes, the Joker. He wears clown makeup. General, Jesus, they get crazier every day. It's like something out of a comic book. Cut to exterior Washington, D.C. day. Shots of the Pentagon. Cut to interior Pentagon general's office. The general is visibly distressed, and a sultry voice enters from off screen. Woman, sir, I have an idea. We pan to a beautiful woman, a platinum blonde with huge rack. She's the hottest woman in the world. She wears glasses because she's also the smartest woman in the world. General, oh really? Who the hell are you? Woman, my name is Rachel Days. I'm an assistant DA for the Gotham City here on a military exchange program. I think I know something who could help us defeat the Joker. General, I'm listening. Rachel, well, he usually prefers to work alone, so he'll need some sort of persuading, but honestly, he's the best there is. General, is he the military? Rachel, no. Something else. Cuts to interior of the Batcave. That day, Bruce Wayne is sitting in front of a mirror, flexing his sculpted shirtless torso. Bruce, let's do this. Cue AC/DC's Back in Black. A series of quick shots show Bruce gearing up, putting on his boots, slapping on the gloves. A brief glance across his beautiful pecs. Finally, there's no longer Bruce Wayne, but the Batman standing before us. Batman. Back in Black. Pyrotechnics erupts in the distance. Guitar solo.
God.
Now we're on page 28 of the script. It's here, the Batcave. Bruce is retooling the Batmobile's engine, while Rachel looks on. Welding sparks fly all around, illuminating the beads of sweat on her bare midriff. Rachel, come on, Bruce. You know they could really use you. This man, the Joker, he's an animal. Bruce stands by silently. He attempts to jam in a missing engine part, but hits his head. Rachel, here, let me try. My dad used to fix experimental military engines in his spare time. He taught me a thing or two. Rachel stretches against the open hood. The camera zooms in on her naked torso. It luxuriates on her toned stomach. Up it goes. then down, then up again, slowly, slowly, now counterclockwise.
Good
Rachel,
God.
that should do it. Now, what do you say, Bruce? Can you help the army? Bruce, pause. Let's save the world. In the Batcave, Bruce, Alfred, and the General all poring over an enormous computer monitor. It flickers with the images of military technical maps. General, now here, about 10 clicks southwest of the DMZ, our DC-10s discovered a BDK with some CMVs. Alfred, so what you're saying is the Joker is hiding there in the Middle East? General, exactly. Then he'll repurpose the AAs for the wide-angle cover, reaching around back here for the PPDs. Alfred, and then he'll set up an online computer defense grid? General, bingo! Alfred, well then, what do we possibly do? There's a heavy silence while they search for a solution. Finally, Bruce's face lights up with equal parts brilliance and insanity. Bruce, we hack the internet. Alfred, hack the internet? Bruce, yes, hack the internet. General, no one's ever hacked the internet before. Bruce, well, there's a first for everything. Okay, I like it. But which one of the internets do we hack? Bruce, all of them. Now we're at page 112. Exterior highway day. The Batmobile's gunning down the highway at over 200 miles per hour, weaving through traffic. Every time Batman is about to crash into a civilian, the camera enters ultra slow motion, and we see him barely squeeze by, frame by frame. This happens 17 times. A Batman whizzes by cars. He attracts the attention of a young passenger in a nearby vehicle. Little kid pointing, "Mommy, mommy, look, look, mother." Stop shouting. I'm trying to drive. Little kid watching